Hi you guys, this is Allison hanging out in my space to craft, and I'm ready to do another, as you can tell, back to school photo. This is my daughter on the first morning of her senior year, so this is going into her senior album. I had pulled these two pieces of paper and this a white scrap of cardstock, which I don't think I'll need because I already have a white border on this photo. And then when I did the title page, senior album title page, I added back in all of these other papers to brighten up this kit. So what I think I'm going to end up doing, I may pull in one of these cuts. I particularly like this one. There's a couple others that I like. I'm going to use this red polka dot. I think I have a plan for that. Or I may pull one of these out. Trying to figure out which one would be most appropriate. I don't necessarily want this turquoise in here. I may do this Believe and Achieve. We'll see. But I did put together a little bit of a sketch. I'm just going to set these aside for now. I'll probably be fussy cutting some of these things out as well. So I drew a little bit of a sketch, if I can find it. So I'm treating this, it's a square. So I was gonna put a border around it, but I don't think I'm going to because I've done a border. I did a border on the first page, and I don't know with this wood grain if I need a border around it. I would use this if I did, but I'm not loving that. So I think I'm just going to most likely just ink this, probably with walnut stain, or black. I may ink it in black because she's wearing a black and cream sweater, so I think that makes sense. So my plan is to use this as the base paper, to put this here-ish with a red border, a smallish red border, and then a large border of this, and then have some flags coming out here and the title here. I've designed a title on my Cricut that says last first day of school, and I even gave it a black background. So does that tell me? And then it has some little books as well. I think I'll still do the black background. So there'll be quite a bit of black on this page, I think, by the time I do that. And then I will use, I'll either use cardstock for the little books. They're pretty small strips, or yeah, I think I'm going to try and pull out regular cardstock for the title, to cut the title out. And that is my base plan. So let me go off and mat this photo on the red and this, cut off my branding strip, and do that cut file, and then I'll be back. Sorry about those barking dogs in the background, y'all. I think somebody was doing some work in my backyard. So I shrunk my title down just a little bit because I didn't want it to extend the full about 6 inches of the of that side of the page. So this one is about, I think it was about 5 inches wide and a couple inches tall, maybe 2.5 inches tall. I did create it myself. There are some that you could just, you know, download off Cricut, but I found the little stack of books, and then it had an apple at the top, but I wanted to do the word last there, so I wrote that word last and then wrote the back to school, and then I took all 3 of those elements, or first day of school, and then I took all 3 of those elements and did an offset of all 3 of them in black. I think a 0.15 offset, or maybe it was a 0.12 offset, I don't remember. But it works well. It fits. So here I'm just, there were a few, I was hoping that these little bookbinder elements were connected. They looked like they were connected in the cut file, but they weren't. They're all individual. So I'm just taking some time to put those together and cut off the last little part of that. Not a big deal. Okay. And then the word last. And then I used a couple, you know, I'm just using really some primary colors. I know green's not really a primary color, but I think of it as those primaries, those, you know, school kid primaries. So I chose to just use regular cardstock for all of these elements, as I said. So it doesn't match the paper collection perfectly, but I think it's close enough, and I really wanted to bring in these colors. Since she's wearing some real neutrals, I just wanted to brighten things up. So just building the title up, and let's cut to when that's finished. All right, so there it is, and I like the size of it for the layout. And now I'm just going to make some little banners. And I want them different widths, so I'm just going to pick a couple of colors. I do fussy cut one of these backpacks, but I end up not using it. But I'll find a different layout to use in this album for that, so it's not going to go to waste. So I'm just double checking because I want something off the back. I'm double checking which elements am I willing to sacrifice. And then I'm going to pull out the green. Now, if you haven't watched the previous, like the page kit, building page kits, her school colors are green. So I'll be doing a lot of green and black in this album. So I like that. I do make some adjustments. I'm just going to turn these into little banners. And I also created a 12th grade for this page that I end up not using. I didn't love the font that I picked, and I felt like the 12 was just a little too big, and it seems a little repetitive with the last first day of school. So here I'm just trying to decide what order I want these in. I did like the yellow at the top, and to tell you the truth, I don't remember where I ended up. And it's partly because I had that green at the bottom, and so I felt like it was clashing a little bit. So that 12th grade is going to sit down there at the bottom for a long time, and I'm going to try really hard to make it work, and I just can't do it. Love this alarm clock because, you know, after a summer of sleeping in, that first day of school can be tough. So I'm just going to the back to school collection kit sticker pad and looking for stickers that I like. I do end up pulling a little border sticker out of the sticker book that is not back to school. I think it's I Love School. It's a different collection, and that's where these puffies come from. So I end up with a few puffies, a few stickers in each little cluster at the end of it. So I have the puffies and the sticker book for this collection, which is I Love School, I think. And there's a pair of glasses in there too, but I end up not using those. I use the puffy ones. And some little stars, a highlighter, just some, you know, school motifs. And I'm pulling the more advanced school motifs and not the elementary school ones where possible. But there's a lot. And that one says back to school, that sticker, so I'll make use of that. I'm running out of room on my little acrylic block there for these stickers. I just felt like this layout really lent itself to making some fun clusters. So here I found this little thin blue, and it's a way to bring, since I didn't have blue in the papers, I'm bringing some blue to that other side of the layout. So here I'm messing with the 12th grade. I mean, it looks okay, but I just didn't love it. It was just bothering me partly because it's just floating down there. So this is my decision making. Do I want to do a banner over there? So I had thought about putting a banner across the top left, and I just decided I had so much color on that side that I really wanted to bring some color to the other side. So I'm going to make some little banners for the top right instead of the top left. And that's to just have another instance of some of those papers. But I just love this composition notebook paper. So instead of that alphabet paper, I use that composition paper to bring some black into the top. And then I loved this little note paper sticker, and that's to bring in just a little more white. So I'm just layering up stickers, and some of them are puffy stickers to add some dimension. Really just auditioning. I'm not sticking things down hard at this point. I'm just still playing with stuff. So I build that cluster and then find a place for it. And that works a little better than just sticking them down. And then because I didn't put a yellow paper at the top, I do put it at the bottom. So that really gives me 3 cluster areas to sort of surround and triangulate the photo and bring attention to the photo. So still a little more work to go, making it all seem cohesive. So it's a pretty simple layout, and I just had fun with stickers basically. So I did find another yellow backpack because I did want a backpack on here, and I didn't love that green one. It was too small. The scale was wrong. So I found this little bit larger yellow backpack in the sticker book, and that worked great. So here I'm just putting down some of the stars I got out of the sticker book, but a couple of them had lost their sticky. I probably tore them as they came out. So I'm just adding those. And then I have some of the enamel dots from Back to School. No, I Love School. The Echo Park, they have several school, and some have a little more teal or a little more true blue. So some of the colors are different, but you really can mix and match quite a bit of the collections together. And we're done, and we'll go to some close-ups now. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I'm well on my way to 500 subscribers. I hope to have that in the next month. So, cute, pretty simple layout, easy to modify for any subject matter, as you know, with 1 or 2 photos. Thanks a lot, you guys.